have sugar again. Like I said last week, I will be welcoming back maple syrup and honey and the occasional treat. This was a gift from my boyfriend for finishing Addictions Week without having any sugar. He also took me out for pancakes last night. You heard about my experience last week, so I thought this week it might be fun to touch base with some of my classmates to see how their experience was going with giving up something. I filmed this just a couple days ago, so just before the end of our commitment period. Here's what they had to say. What did you give up?
I gave up alcohol,
sugar,
social media,
caffeine,
convenience foods, and deep fried foods.
Smoking, social media.
And how has that been going for you?
The first week was hell.
It's been eye-opening.
It's been going well.
It's been way rougher than I originally expected it would be.
It hasn't been that hard, to be honest.
At the beginning, it was really easy.
I don't really eat that much sugar, but when I finally got down to the nitty-gritty and eliminated it in terms of like small things and things that you don't expect sugar to be in, it's been super difficult.
But I had realized that in the last couple days, Facebook and Instagram is the way that I connect. So I'm feeling like my voice is not being heard.
Brought a lot of self-awarenesses up about how much of this habit controls my life.
I don't think sometimes we realize, or that I realize, how a part of just life alcohol is.
I just had to really plan like my eating and everything.
What's been the hardest part?
Headaches and lethargy. Pretty much wanted to fall asleep in class every day.
I was very moody.
My biggest struggle was giving up the ritual, or maybe my biggest struggle was becoming aware of the ritual.
So I was in bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
The cravings have been pretty intense.
I went into it, without a meal plan or anything, and that very next day I was rushing from school to a different appointment, and it was just so much easier for me to go to the supermarket and grab something from the deli.
Coming home on a Saturday night and like it being nice out and like sitting in the backyard to have a beer.
I've been a lot hungrier than normal.
Okay, just gonna grab my kombucha instead.
Social release or a reward, since smoking was a huge reward system for me.
I just miss it in the the times I'm bored.
Oh, I completed this. I'm gonna have a smoke.
Chocolate. I want chocolate so badly.
I really want fries.
The ritual of like having a couple beers with my friends or going for a glass of wine, it's like I really missed those.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing kind of what I haven't been a part of.
Was there any particular moment that was very difficult or where you may have slipped?
Spoiler alert!
I slipped on the weekend.
I did.
I couldn't handle it. My roommate was having coffee and I was like, I'm having one! And so I did. And I felt so much better.
I was a little bit drunk, and then I had chicken wings at a bar.
It only lasted about a day, first week, and then I took up smoking full-time once again.
On Saturday, it was like, it's my ritual to like have a beer after work, and being told I can't do that was like, watch me.
I took the next step and I got nicotine patches and pretty much kicked the habit within a week.
And then there's like the shame and the guilt because they're like, no, I let Mark down.
I was a bit guilty, but then I was drunk, so that was my excuse.
That assistance of a nicotine patch has pretty much cut all cravings.
Decided to do a little bit of harm reduction, which is having decaf.
It's going really well now.
So I know what it's like to suffer. I know what it's like to go through withdrawals. Now I just want to like kind of feel better.
I've been really happy to find out that I'm able to do it.
So what's your plan at the end of the 2 weeks?
To keep drinking coffee.
I will be going back on Facebook and Instagram.
I might plan my meals better.
That's still kind of on the line. I'm considering it.
It's definitely gonna continue to be a part of my life, but I'm gonna have a lot more awareness around it.
It's definitely not in my budget to have this habit.
I will re-download it. I definitely will use it a lot less.
And it's not bringing me any benefits health-wise, so this is something that I'm going to continue on.
I do plan to monitor the amount of time I spend on social media.
I love the ritual, I love the smell, and I love the social aspect of caffeine, so I don't think that I'll give it up. I don't think it inhibits me in any way.
What was probably your biggest takeaway from this?
I think Addictions Week is really awesome, and it's super fun in all the worst ways.
But to have a support system in place and not to go it alone.
I think it's really interesting how we don't consider ourselves to be people who necessarily have an addiction, but when we take take out something like sugar that's, we think is just a small thing in our life that we don't really pay that much attention to, it has such huge effects on our life and on our body.
Knowing what serves you and knowing what doesn't, and a self-awareness week.
So I've really upped my self-care in the last little while, and I've realized that, distracting myself from my self-care has a huge impact on how I show up in the world.
I only drink 1 cup a day.
That's all I have for you today for a little lesson with a touch of insight. Try to give up something. You never know what insights it might bring. I'll see you next week.